Wouldn't it be great if there was no coronavirus in Canada, either because it never materialized in the first place, or because we eliminated it? We got rid of all the cases, zero coronavirus. Yeah, of course, that would be fantastic. I'm sure pretty much everybody agrees. But it's not pragmatic, right? There's nobody out there actually saying our main goal should be zero coronavirus cases, no more, do strategies to just completely destroy the thing, right? Yeah, wrong. There's this group of folks out there you may have heard of called COVID Zero, the COVID Zero Advocacy Campaign. What is this all about? Well, these are folks who pretty much say we should have measures in place, restrictions in place, until we get to almost zero coronavirus cases. Really? How is that even possible? Well, some of the folks associated with COVID Zero, they did put out a document a number of months ago where they actually said 40 cases per day. That's the number you need to get to all across Canada. 40 cases per day. And they support some form of restrictions until you get to that 40 cases per day, 1 per million for people in Canada, give or take. Wow, that's quite something, seeing as most medical experts also agree that this is becoming an endemic illness, meaning it'll be seasonal, it'll be around for, well, quite a long time, many years, many decades to come. Well, hold on a second, then. They can't really honestly mean COVID Zero. They must mean it in an aspirational goal, like how people say, okay, we're doing a campaign to end homelessness in 5 years from now or 10 years from now. And obviously we all agree that that's a great aspirational goal to end homelessness, but we kind of know, yeah, homelessness, it's not going to go away in 5 years, but let's still just say that to, have a good goal to aspire to. No, I think the COVID Zero people actually do mean that you have to bring in policies to aggressively get to zero cases. What sort of harms would have to happen to society, to the economy, to civil society, to social life, to our children and so forth, to get to these zero cases, which we would probably never even get to in the first place? It's very bizarre to see this COVID Zero, that it's been around for a number of months now, and here in April 2021, still people are adherents of it, and they're always trying to gain new steam behind this very bizarre ideology. And I think ideology is the right word for it. I mean, COVID Zero, it has a logo, it has branding, it's got this mission statement. Some of those previous releases I mentioned associated with COVID Zero people, it's got funding attached to it and so forth. They're sort of actively seeking out new recruits. I mean, this is an ideological movement. It is not a earnestly and organically held professional medical opinion. And yet we got a lot of people espousing it. Very odd. Go out there and read the documentation behind COVID Zero and realize just how troubling advocacy of this idea is. If you want to just say, hey, it would be great if there's no coronavirus, let's work towards eliminating it, okay, so be it. Fair enough, reasonable approach. But for a lot of them, that's not actually what they're saying. They actually mean perpetual measures for perpetual suppression of the virus. Wow. Really quite something, and kind of unbelievable that serious people are seriously advocating